JB Moro, go and get your bag.
Hey amigas, welcome back to my channel. I told you guys I was going to be posting weekly now. Well, I'm going to try. But for this week's video, I'm going to be showing you guys my base and makeup tutorial I've been getting asked in my comment section on TikTok, on my Instagram when I do polls. I just decided to do a YouTube video so I can go in depth because I talk a little too much and we all know how that goes. But I hope you guys like this video. We're gonna go from looking toda fodonga to pretty girl vibes. So let's get on with the video. Okay, so first things first, you always gotta start off with a good skincare. I always start off with a good toner. I use a Korean based toner. You can use any toner that works for you, but this is what I like to use. This is a toner that I have been using for mornings and nights. Just put it all over your face like this, and if you need to put your eye drops in, I recommend putting your eye drops in before. So you let this dry down, and after that you go in with your moisturizer. I like using the La Roche-Posay. I don't know how to say it, but I go in with this moisturizer, and I used to go with the CeraVe one, but I don't know, I did like it, but I didn't like it as much. This one, I feel like it just gives me like the best moisture, whatever. And then after, I go in with this SPF from La Roche-Posay. While I let the toner dry down, I usually go in with a lip scrub. This one is from Lottie London. It smells like, I don't know, what is it? Mango? It smells so good, but I usually put this on only if I'm gonna be doing like a matte lip, just in case my lips are cracked or whatever, because girl, using acne medication be drying out my face, so it gets horrible sometimes. Now that I did my lip scrub, I go in and put some moisturizer on. I'm using the La Roche-Posay moisturizer, and I just lather this all over my face. So after using moisturizer, you want to wait maybe like 5 to 10 minutes to put on your sunscreen, because if you don't wait, then it will flake off, and you don't want that in the process of doing your makeup. So now back to the lips, guys. I know I'm gonna go into detail to show you guys every little product I use, how I use it, but now I'm gonna go in with the overnight lip mask. Even though it says overnight, I still use it on a daily. As you can tell, I am ya casi ni tengo, but they stocked me up with like 4 other more, so I have more. The most important step now is going in with some sunscreen, because we're not trying to get any cancer. Oh, I look like a football player. Child. Anyway, so now we're going with the sunscreen, and make sure to go down to your neck, guys. If you guys seen that one photo, yeah, I'm traumatized. So put sunscreen on. I go in with 2 primers. I go in first with the e.l.f. Putty Primer, and I usually use this one around like the nose area, anywhere like where I have like pores basically. I go in with this one. And for the second primer, I have 2 options. So if you want a good drugstore one, then I definitely recommend the e.l.f. Putty Primer. But if you do want a good high-end primer, either the Milk Hydro Grip, which is this one, or the One Size. I just got my makeup done a few weeks ago, and the MUA I went with, he used the One Size primer, and I loved that primer. Like, the makeup stayed on all day. So shout out to Makeup by So shout out to Makeup by Jeremy. If you're watching this, he influenced me to get the One Size primer. So for the Hydro Grip, I usually go in with like 3 pumps. You know, I love a lot of primer, and I'm gonna make sure this stays on. So prime your face really, really good. So now I go in with the e.l.f. Putty Primer. There are other ones on the market that you can get, but I genuinely haven't found a good like one that like minimizes your pores. So I just go in with this one around the nose area. Now that I'm done prepping my skin for makeup, I go in with the Milani Make It Last setting spray. It is a prep and prime. Prepped, correct, set. So now I'm just gonna spray my face and let that soak in. Before foundation, I always go and I correct. I use this green corrector and I just do it where I'm more red. So yeah, so everywhere. No, I'm just kidding. So I just go where like I'm breaking out or it's like really red in those areas and I just put this corrector on. I'm gonna go in with these two foundations. I like using the Lancome one. This one's a really good foundation, and then the Fenty Beauty one. For the Fenty Beauty, I use 2 pumps, and then for the Lancome, I'm gonna use 1 pump just to neutralize it. Now that I have both foundations on my hand, I go ahead and mix it, and as you can see, it's a little white, but I love contour and I love bronzers, so it'll fix. So now with the foundation, I smear it on with my finger. I used to use beauty blenders, but for some reason I just never really liked the outcome of how a beauty blender lays the makeup or the product on my face. So I've been using brushes now. I look like Toby the Ghost.
Nothing new, nothing changed.
Now I am going to be going with some contour, and I just draw some lines on my face like so, and then I go and I blend it in again with a brush. I'm a brush gal. This is the blush that I use. It is the She Glam blush, and it's a really pretty pink. So I just got a PR from James Charles, and he came out with a pretty pink color. Let me show you guys the shade, and I want to try it for blush. So this Create paint is in the shade Pinky Promise, and we're going to be trying it out for blush because it is a really pretty pink color. Let me show you guys. See? Look at that. Look at that. We're going to be trying it out for blush, and I'm kind of scared. So I did message him yesterday. I'll pop up the screenshot right here. I did message him yesterday and telling him that I tried this pink one and that it was so pigmented. So we're gonna try it on my cheeks now. All you guys need is literally just a little dot, like that much. Okay, let me put that down. We're gonna try it out now, and I was kind of scared. Okay, ready? I'm gonna use my finger. Oh my gosh. Okay, now this is so pretty. Okay, let me finish blending it and I'll be right back. Do you guys see this? Do you guys see this? Don't even hesitate. Go purchase this if he still has it in stock, because oh my gosh, guys, and all I used was a little dot. Like, you guys even saw that I used a tiny dot. And this blush, it was not even blush, it's a paint. Oh my gosh, guys, look, I definitely did put a little too much, but it's okay because concealer will cover it up. Right now we're gonna go in with the Huda Beauty color corrector for underneath your eyes, and I am using the shade Peaches or Peach. I'll put it right here. So I do have really bad eye bags porque no duermo. I like to be up at night watching TikToks. Now I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I actually really love this concealer. Honestly, how many times have I repurchased it? At least 5 to 6 times. So I'm not lying when I say I really do love this concealer. For the concealer brush, I'm gonna be using this one right here. It is the Menage Flawless Concealer Brush. I don't know if you guys can see it. So I'm going to be using this brush to blend out my concealer. Now that I'm done blending my under eyes, I go on with this matte Fit Me powder, and I go in with a brush. This one is the Morphe x Ariel. It is the brush A14. For bronzer, I do got 3 favorites that I do love using. It's this first one, it is from Morphe, and it's the Bronze Show. This one is one of my favorites. Secondly, and I only got in the travel size because I wanted to try out before I got the big one. At first I did not like it, but I learned to love it and work with it. It's the NARS bronzer, and I got it in the shade Laguna. So this one is the NARS one. And then the last one that I love using this, and I've been using it not every day, but every time I do my makeup. It is the one from Beauty Creations times Murillo. It's their collaboration. So this is how the palette looks like. As you can tell, I use this shade a lot. But we're going to go in with the OG. I don't know if you're supposed to be using a big brush or a small brush for bronzer, but I use this brush. I think it's from Essence. I'm not sure. So I'm going to go in with this lighter shade of bronzer and then just put it on my forehead. So when I get to the cheek area, I do use the light one and the darker one, you know, to get it more a depth in. See? Oh, she's a little too dark. I think I did a little twin to the dark one. But then I do this to the other side. So be right back when I'm done with the other side. One thing that I do is I get some bronzer. I get some of the light shade, right? And I go underneath my lip right here to create more of an illusion like I have a pouty mouth, to make it seem like I have bigger lips, which I don't, which I do want filler, so hopefully soon, because girl, I'm tired of these lips. Let's move on to blushes. So I do have 3 blushes that are like my favorites that I always use. My number 1 is this one from MAC, and it's in the shade Peaches as well, and it's more of like a pinkish, the camera doesn't do it justice, it's like more like of a pinkish corally. If you're looking for a good blush that you can rely on all the time, definitely MAC. MAC has some of the greatest blushes powder wise. Liquid, Rare Beauty, she has some really good ones. Then the same ones from the palette from the Murillo Twins times Beauty Creations. Or I do have this one, is from Essentially Ageless. It is a really pretty, I don't know how to describe this color, but it's so gorgeous. These are my favorite pink blushes. If you are looking for a really good orange shade, I definitely recommend this one from Juvia's Place. I love this one. This one is volume 1. But today I think I'm going to be using my Holy Grail, my MAC blush. So now I'm just going to dab into it right there and pack it on my face. I love a lot of blush, so just be prepared to see a little clown pop up. So I know people, there's so many bad things about this powder, and I still haven't found a good powder that I love. So if you guys have any good powder recommendations, let me know down below. But I'm going to be using the Airspun loose, is it a loose setting powder? Yeah, it's a loose face powder. And then I'm going to go in with these little sponges. A trick that I've seen on TikTok is you grab your powder, right? So you grab the powder from your container, whatever. Then the powder you have, you push it on the skin on the back of your hand to let go like the excess powder, and then you go in under your eye and then wherever else you need to go. See how smooth the under eye looks? That's what you want. That's what you're aiming for. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. You get the powder, tap off like the excess that's on it, and then you go in and smooth it out. You see how like better it looks on there? And then usually when I do this, after I go in with my blush, because as you can see it gets kind of like gray right here because you put the powder, because you put the blush before and then you put the powder over, so it kind of gives like that little like weirdish color. So when I'm done doing this, I go in with my blush, don't add more product on it, I just go with like whatever's left and then I just brush it back on there. Now that I'm done with that, like I said, I go in with my blush brush and I just go and I just swipe the excess that's on there, on my nose, on the forehead area like this, and the chin. I don't know, I just go wherever. My battery ran out, so I just did my eyebrows, and the product that I did use for my eyebrows is the She Glam. It's the 2-in-1, and it's the little pencil. Let me show you guys. It's like that. And after that, I went in with the Lottie London Mega Brow. Yes, she is dirty now because obviously my eyebrows are brown. I don't know, but she dirty now. So now I'm gonna go and do my eyeshadow and my lashes. So now that I finished with that, I'm gonna go in with the setting spray and I'm gonna set my face like
much later. 2,000 years later.
there you go. My face is drenched. So I always make sure to put on a lot of setting spray because I want my makeup to last. So don't judge me, guys. Don't judge me. Okay, besties, so this is the ending makeup. I only did mascara, and if you're wondering what mascara I did use, I used the Benefit. It's their Fan Fest, their new mascara that they just came out with. Let me give you guys a close-up of the makeup. Like, she is pretty, and as you can tell, I do have textured skin. I have acne prone skin, so my face is not gonna look smooth, but I try to achieve it. And honestly, I do a pretty good damn thing. So guys, this is the base tutorial that everybody asked for. I hope you guys did like it. I tried going in depth and showing you guys little things that I use, like my techniques that I use on my face. But I hope you guys liked this week's video, amigas. Make sure to like, comment, share. Let's get to 100,000, girl. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers. Come on. But let me know what other videos you guys would like to see down in the comments below, or send me a DM on Instagram. I'll put all my links down below to my TikTok and my Instagram so you guys can contact me, keep up with me on there because I'm more active on those social platforms than I am on YouTube. But I'll see you guys on my next YouTube video. Bye!